There are 7 principles of leadership. The first one is rule of law. Everyone is subject to the same laws, including those who make the laws. No one is above the law. You have to lead by example. You cannot exempt yourself from the rules and expect others to follow the rules. Now, when I'm talking leadership, I'm not talking national leadership or church leadership. I'm talking leadership in all ramifications. Family, home, office, community, youth, church, political, pastoral, whatever form of leadership, there must be rule of law. We must know where. That's why God gave the 10 commandments. It's not a sin until you break the law. Isn't that so? Okay, so there must be rule of law. Number 2, there must be nobility. You don't use your position to oppress people. Now, look at what my daughter has done now. Yes, she's canceling Garinja maxims and superimposing Dr. Sam's maxims. You're not getting out of my cake. So number 2, mobility. You do not use your position to oppress people. You are honest and you have integrity. You understand people you are leading and take them into consideration when you make decisions. Number 3, accountability. You understand what it means to be accountable for your decisions and actions. Now go and study the history of banking in Garinja. A lot of the banks that failed was because there was no accountability at the top. So there was a lot of insider trading, insider loan agreements, and all sorts of things. And what happens? The banks just got wrecked. You can't have a system that has no accountability and expect it to succeed. I don't care what it is, a small company, an SME, a corporation, a big organization, it won't work. What we will do is that you'll have individual sovereignty, where individuals become sovereign and they block every other person. If you are working in the office and your desk is it's a bottleneck, you are a Garinjite. Okay? You understand accountability and foster growth, and you are an effective leader. To be an effective leader, you need to learn from your mistakes. You will make mistakes. There's no young man or woman who doesn't make mistakes. If you don't make mistakes in 40 years, your name must be Jesus. Number 4, qualification. You must be qualified for the position that you're undertaking. You don't promote yourself to incompetence. And if you are not what you say you are, what you need to be, then you go to school, you train yourself, you tutor yourself, you find a way of qualifying. But you see, the political power is so strong that when you take a decision at that level, it affects the lives of millions. So you can't afford to be ignorant. You ask people, I want to go into government. Do you understand economics? No. Do you understand sociology? No. So what exactly do you understand statistics? No. Do you understand philosophy? No. So what exactly do you know? I know how to win elections. Number 5, optics. How you present yourself and what others see is important. You do not create a false narrative about yourself. Let me explain. Please come out. The lady. Now only you. Lady. Okay. So this lady projects herself as something, say, in church. And then, what's your name, please?
Valada.
Valada. I've never heard of that kind of name. Are you sure it's your real name?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this lady comes to church, and she's the epitome of virtue. But then you go home, and it's the opposite. That dissonance gap between what is and what is projected is a lot of trouble and heartache. Whoever marries such a person is in trouble. Because you are marrying the worker in church, you are not marrying the lady at home. And there is trouble. Do you understand? So leadership cannot have a dissonance gap. Even though that is what is preached in Garinja. You can't be one thing and be a thief. You can't be a leader and a thief at the same time. They are irreconcilable factors. But in Garinja, everything is so abnormal that everything is now normal. That abnormal is now normal. And normal is subnormal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Valada. I'm grateful. Number 6, you have to have vision. A vision of a roadmap is a roadmap for where you want to go If you have a vision, if you have no vision, you are simply going around in the no man's land. And in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. What happens when everybody is blind, but everybody thinks that somebody has one eye? Once you have articulated the vision, you must work towards it to achieve it. Number 7, morality matters. You understand the difference between right and wrong. You do the right thing. You have values and you abide by them. You enforce them. You spurn corruption. You value honesty. You are straightforward. You do not deal in moral ambiguities. It's not, it's not really black and white. There are 356 shades of gray. You understand? There can't be moral ambiguity. There must be objective definition of something. When Jesus came, he said, I am the truth. In other words, I'm the objective definition of what is true. But if he says, I'm a truth, then you have your truth, I have my truth, Jesus has his truth. So that's relativism of truth. Isn't that so? But in leadership, there should be no moral ambiguity. That's what they have in Singapore. And that's what transformed that country from a backward economy into a first world economy. So what are the factors militating against leadership? I just want to reel those off so that you can understand, and then I will go and sit down. The first factor that militates against leadership for young men and women is fear of success. There are those who are afraid of success. The second one is fear of exposure. You like your privacy so much, you don't want to be investigated, you don't want to be spoken about, you don't want to be tweeted about. You can't be a leader and not have that. Number 3, fear of inadequacy. Number 4, fear of accountability. Number 5, fear of death. They will kill me. And then low self-esteem. And lastly, imposter syndrome. When you think everybody is better than you, and you are the only one who is not good. So, the big question I want to ask is, in your home, in your business, in your profession, which leadership model do you subscribe to? Garinja or international? I want to thank you so much for listening. God bless.